a reflection of a wider debate raging in Britain. Black Lives Matter supporters arguing with opponents by the statue of Winston Churchill opposite the UK Parliament. It was boarded up because of fears it could be targeted by protesters. Now the Prime Minister's called the need to protect monuments absurd and insisted people should not be protesting.
What's happened with these demonstrations is that a tiny minority, or actually a growing minority unfortunately, have hijacked them, and they are using them as a pretext to attack the police, to cause violence and to cause damage to public property. So unfortunately my message to everybody is that for all sorts of reasons they should not go to these demonstrations.
Last weekend, demonstrators in the city of Bristol pulled down a statue of 17th century slaver Edward Colston. It's now been retrieved from the river and will be housed in a museum. Some commentators have suggested Britain should leave such monuments up as a reminder of the evils of the past. The local mayor disagrees.
Statues in and of themselves do not do the job of teaching us history. If you were to try and base your historical knowledge of Bristol on a statue of Colston and you were using that to write an A-level paper, I'd give you an E, because it tells you he was a wise and virtuous son of the city. But that's not the full story, is it?
And at the latest anti-racism protests in central London, there was little sympathy for Boris Johnson's stance.
I'm not sort of for going around and ripping down statues, but I think, people need to ask themselves really serious questions about who we hold up as standard bearers. Some parts people in Munich might want to have a statue of Adolf Hitler.
Whatever people do, there's always someone complaining about how we're trying to get a message across. So we protest, and I feel like that's one of the best ways to get a message across, because no one wants to listen to us. There's so many things wrong and people are just ignoring it.
These protests have given people a chance to air grievances about perceived police brutality and discrimination in Britain right now, but they've also opened up a debate about how the country remembers its past and who it chooses to celebrate. The protesters say it's about opening up difficult discussions, not just closing down symbols of oppression. Nadim, Al Jazeera, London.